So before we start this video, I'd just like to explain basically when Hyksos was invading Egypt and he was pushing south to defeat the rest of the Anunnaki, or the Egyptian pharaohs, whatever you want to call them. They got so far and they was about to defeat the last of the Egyptians, and all of a sudden in the Aegean there was a devastation unlike any before. And I mean, the coincidence of that happening at the same time as all this these battles were going on with the Hebiru in the Amarna tablets, the Hyksos in Greek mythology, and the Pleiadians. Well, it's obvious that the Anunnaki, it even says in the Sumerian tablets about them firing some ICBMs from South Africa, and in Ragnarok it talks from Surtur coming from the south carrying a sword of flames, and so yeah, you can work out really by listening to all the stories that this was a nuclear weapon used. Now, the story of Sodom and Gomorrah we're going to go into today. I'm going to explain to you why I think that's an ICBM. Did you know there is archaeology that explains how Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed? For many, the story of the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah seems a little too mythical to accept. However, there is also convincing evidence that the city and the plains were destroyed through an airburst event. This event was similar to the one which happened in Russia early in February 2013. If the meteor over Russia would have been only 10% bigger and going in a straight angle, it would probably have killed over 1 million people, producing a burst more in line with the Tunguska event that happened in Siberia in 1908, which produced an explosion 1,000 times stronger than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. So you're probably asking, where is the evidence of such a destruction? This was the best watered agricultural land in the region, but remained without cities and towns for the ensuing 5 to 7 centuries following its Middle Bronze Age destruction. As evidenced by the 700-year pottery gap, Trinitite was discovered on the back of some pottery, which also contained a zircon bubble. This can only be caused by extreme temperatures consistent with an airburst event. The entire gate area is covered with half-metre thick soot and dark ash, and also scattered human bones throughout the site suggest that people was blown apart from the event. Such an airburst event can also explain how Lot's wife could be turned into a pillar of salt. His wife turning back may have explained, and maybe she turned around to go back. She would have been walking by the Dead Sea when the airburst event hit. The Dead Sea has the highest concentration of salt in the world. The airburst, with its searing temperatures, would have covered the entire area with encrusted salt. It is not inconceivable to think that she would have been dead instantly. 5 large sites that have been excavated in the area offer additional evidence of an airburst event. According to Science News, radiocarbon dating of organic archaeological evidence has shown that structures like mud brick walls suddenly disappeared around 3,700 years ago, leaving only stone foundations. The quote from Genesis, "Now the Lord rained down burning sulphur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord of the heavens. Thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plain, including all those living in cities and the vegetation on the land." On the ground at the site there is melted pottery, scorched foundation stones, and several feet of ash and destruction debris. Tel El Aman is an archaeological site in Jordan, which many believe to be the site of Sodom. Based on studies by atomic energy researcher Samuel Gladstone, the author writes that an airburst event of 10 megatons over the northwest corner of the Dead Sea would be sufficient to produce the physical damage seen over 10 kilometers away at Tel Hamaman. The Bible clearly states that fire and sulphur rained down from the Lord out of the heavens, not upward from a volcano. As the sun rose, burning sulphur rained down on Sodom and Gomorrah. The fire was so great that it destroyed the people, the houses, and even the plants. As the sun rose higher, Abraham woke up to look down upon Sodom and Gomorrah. He saw the smoke rising from the cities. He knew that the Lord had saved him and his brother Lot from the destruction. Some archaeologists believe that the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah lie underneath the southern end of the Dead Sea. Archaeologists have found evidence of settlements there, but no proof yet of what settlements they are.